HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services. Danny, thanks for joining us so soon after the full-time whistle against Leeds. What's your immediate reflections on that game? It felt like a game where the first goal could be crucial today. Unfortunately, it went to a great strike from Leeds.
Yes, I think for us we're never going to be accepting a defeat. We're always going to be very disappointed when we come up short in terms of the result. But with the week that we've had and been in double figures in terms of injuries, I was proud of the effort and the attitude of the players. We thought we did well first half. Thought we played right up against them. We were really aggressive. Thought we won a lot of the 1v1 duels and had a good domination of the play and certainly the territory. Couldn't quite convert that into a goal, and I think that we needed to probably when we had good spells in that first half. And second half they've come out and probably their first shot on target. They've scored a fantastic strike, and there's always things you can do to stop a goal, but sometimes you have to congratulate your opponent, and it was a good goal. And obviously when you then do go 1-0 down against a team as good as Leeds and you've got to come out more, then they have the ability on the transition to pick you off, and they did that at times, although we still created some really good moments and just need to take one of those chances, but unfortunately we couldn't on the day.
You had to change the idea a bit today. We've got an unbelievable injury list now, you have to say, and Steve Mounier got his first league start of the season. I thought it was a threat all afternoon for us on his first start as well.
Yeah, I thought Steve did great. I've been saying all along, we all know what Steve Mounier is capable of. He showed that in Premier League One for the club. What you have to do is, if you're going to play Steve, you have to commit to him. So you have to play to his strengths and set him up to have success. And we changed the way we played today. And I have to credit the players for being as adaptable as they were, because it wasn't just a formation change. It was a style change as well. We went quicker into him, then we went beyond him, and we looked to try to penetrate the spaces Leeds leave. They play very man-to-man game, and they want to play front foot and aggressive and give you very little space. So sometimes you have to be willing to go over that, and I thought we did that well. And I thought Steve gave us a real point of reference to be able to play into and off of. And yeah, no, I was pleased with the players that they were able to adapt to such a significant change in styles.
And put aside the fact for a second that it's a local derby and all the extra bits that come with that, we created some proper chances today against one of the best teams in the Sky Bet Championship. You're thinking of Elias Kachunga's header that was saved, Matty Daly's shot that just went wide, Steve Mounier had a couple, Carl and Grant had one headed off the line. There were some good chances for us today against a good team, and you must take some encouragement from that.
Absolutely, we were proud of the efforts and some of the play. Like I said, such a significant change in not just personnel but in formation and in style. We played with 11 right footers. Now, I've managed a lot of football matches. I don't think I've ever picked a team that's had 11 right footers, but that was where we're at. Proud of the young ones to come on. It's great experience for them, and that will help the football club going forward. Listen, it's a bad day today. It's always a bad day when you lose to your local rivals, but we're working really, really hard day in, day out to create some good days, because you can see what this football club means to so many people, and we want to give them some good days. That's what we really want to do, and we know where we're at. We know where we want to go. We're aware that there's a storm in front of us, and we have to navigate through that storm. But listen, it's not terminal. A week, 2 weeks, and we'll have players back available to us. And we've shown when we can have the group together and the experienced good men back in the group, what we're able to do. So we're going to keep trying to work through this difficult moment, try to manage the situation as best as we can, and move on to Tuesday and try to put another fighting performance together on Tuesday.
We talked to Sky pre-match, and I think they acknowledge if you take 10 players out of any championship squad, it's going to look different on the match day 18. But you said something I thought were really interesting, that days like today and opportunities like today can make careers in certain ways. And I suppose as we're navigating this storm, this is a chance for some of the young players at this club who are talented to really start their careers and seize their opportunity.
Absolutely. We had a 17-year-old in Cian Harriott make his championship debut today, and he's going to be a player, let me tell you. And he's a great kid, full of energy, full of enthusiasm. will chase everything, and you look at the qualities he has as a person, and they're the qualities you need to reach your potential. And you know, I look at a lot of young players, and people talk to me about potential, and potential's only matters if they've got the right attitude and the right work ethic, and then you can talk about potential. Lewis O'Brien, and we can talk about potential because we know he's going to reach it. Whatever he's capable of, he's going to make the most of. And I put Cian Harriott and Matt Daly and Scott High exactly in Romani exactly in that bracket. And I thought DD did well. Against a difficult opponent. I thought he did well in his 1v1. I thought his positional play was good. Matty Daly come on and nearly scored with his first touch, which would have been great, and it was a great experience for Cian as well. So definitely, you know, this is how careers are started. Sometimes in the face of adversity, and when a team's in a difficult moment and an injury crisis, it gives the opportunity for young players. And we've seen what that opportunity has done for the likes of Lewis O'Brien and the likes of Jayden Brown. And now there's an opportunity for some other young players.
Finally, I'd like to discuss the fans, Danny. Obviously, they'll be disappointed to lose today, like you are. But I thought you could feel there was an understanding of what we had to deal with today in terms of the players missing, but an appreciation of the application that your players put out on the pitch. And I think fundamentally that's what Huddersfield Town fans want to see, is what your team delivered first and foremost today, which were a real effort for the club.
Yeah, I thought they were brilliant from the first whistle. You know, I felt quite emotional walking around at the end because you don't normally get that type of applause when you've just lost to your local rivals, but they understand. I think they understand where the club's at and where the club has been. I think they see a group that is working really, really hard to get this football club back to where it should be. And I wake up every morning with an ambition to try to make the Huddersfield Town supporters proud. And you know, we want to create some better days for them.